What's going on, guys? Welcome to the It Doesn't Matter podcast. I'm your host. I'm Notorious One. I am Dom. I'm here with my boy Strap Facts. I'm here with the Dominican Dream, Papi Platino, and I'm here with my boy all the way down in Delaware. I'm here with BDC. Before we get into tonight's show, I'd like to thank the fans because we finally hit 300 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you. We're going to keep trying to pursue to 400. It doesn't matter. Let's just keep on going, keep on growing, keep watching our content. We're going to keep bringing the heat to you.
And we can say finally, this is the It Doesn't Matter podcast.
Yes. Wow. New shirt coming soon. Be on the lookout.
Yes, sir.
With the 300.
All right. 300.
You know what I'm talking about. With
Yeah,
everybody
I
with
already know what you're
abs,
talking about.
like,
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, man. All right. Well, tonight's show, we're taking it back to WrestleMania 7. My choice. One of my favorite WrestleManias as a kid. This was a loaded Hall of Fame class card right here. And basically, we kick off the show with Willie Nelson singing America the Beautiful.
Yep.
Last week at WrestleMania 12, we had nobody sing nothing.
Nope.
Yeah. Why did you pick number 7?
It was a lot of, as a kid, it was a lot of memories for WrestleMania 7. Like that blindfold match with Jake the Snake and Rick Martel.
Oh, I love that.
We're definitely going to get into it. The career-ending match with Hogan and Savage.
A little arrogant.
Classic, great story. Great storytelling. And then, of course, Hogan and Slaughter. So everything else was just, basically filling in the gaps. And I enjoyed it as a kid. It was just, had my eyes lit like Macaulay Culkin in the crowd that night.
Yeah. You mean that youngster that doesn't want to be home alone with the nasty boys?
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, well, Willie Nelson sings America the Beautiful, and the show kicks off with Gorilla Monsoon, and he's on commentary with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Jim Duggan was over. I'm not sure because it was at the L.A. Coliseum, but that theme song was over at that time, and I definitely enjoyed it. Hacksaw, he was all hyped up.
Dressed as Uncle Sam.
Yep. We see Sean Mooney, and he's interviewing the Rockers. Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, the tag team specialists, and Sean said that they're going to defeat basically Haku and the Barbarian because they are the, what's what they say? They're going to rock the crowd. Some bullshit like that. That stuff they say back in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's crazy seeing how Sean was back then compared to how he is,
bleach blonde hair. Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy times that Sean.
Well, our opening match, you have Haku and the Barbarian taking on the Rockers, and the Rockers are your fan favorites. A lot of double team maneuvers right there, but Haku and the Barbarian, powerhouses, dominated Marty Jannetty during the whole match.
And Ming appropriately attired for his character, which I know you know exactly what I'm talking about, dog.
Watch him later in Nitro.
You'll see exactly. Yeah. But
maybe some badasses.
Yep, absolutely.
But yeah, Marty was getting whooped on. Sean got the red hot tag, and basically the Rockers win. I used to like the little tag team combo they had. Marty going the top rope, and he hit the drop kick. Sean on the other top rope hit the splash. 1, 2, 3. It was a interesting opening match. Had the fans hype.
Yep.
Flavio, what's your thoughts on this opening match right here?
I wasn't really a fan of Ming and Barbarian being tag teams for some reason. I don't know. I just always seen Ming fight singles, so it was a little off for me. But at the same time, Barbarian is freaking huge, bro. I never realized how big this guy was.
He was. Let me cut you off real quick. You didn't like Ming and the Barbarian in WCW? The Faces of Fear?
I liked them in there, but for some reason in WWE, it just didn't work for me. I don't know if it's because they didn't really win too many matches. They never won the titles, or they weren't really established properly, like the Hart Foundation or all the other tag teams were, in my opinion. I seen Ming wrestle singles most of the time when he was in WWE as a kid, so it was a little bit off for me, like rewatching this. But it was a good match. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting that great of a match in the beginning, but it was better than what I thought. And Shawn Michaels and Marty, man, they put on the show. showing their tag team prowess. And it's sad that they had to break up, but we got one of the GOATs out of that. So, yeah, I got to say, this match does matter, though.
Strap, what about you? What are your thoughts? I know you weren't watching wrestling at this time. So, was this your first time seeing Seven?
No. As a matter of fact, I wanted to raise a question from the offset, from the onset, as we talk about this show. Willie Nelson doing the national anthem. I always had this question. What do you, depending on how patriotic you may be or may not be, but should the national anthem or whatever song they want to sing, like what's the other one?
America the Beautiful.
America the Beautiful.
God Bless America and all of them, yeah.
Should that be the first thing on the broadcast? Should that be sung as part of WrestleMania? Should it take place before on the pre-show or off air? What do you think about that?
I think you asked this last year during WrestleMania.
Good. I don't remember the answer.
They should definitely do it.
BDC probably wasn't there, so.
No, BDC wasn't there, but they should definitely do it on the show. This is the greatest stage of all. This is the Super Bowl of wrestling. Why not do it on the show?
I agree.
2 nights.
I mean, it's done over in every sport. NHL, because there's so many Canadian teams, they do the Canadian national song as well. So, hey, why not? Especially if you say you're gonna have WrestleMania in a different country, sing their national anthem wherever you're being held at. Obviously, sing ours too. Don't forget.
Unless it's Saudi Arabia, do that shit on the pre-show.
I'm not gonna say nothing to that.
Right.
Might get canceled.
Yeah.
Oh. Permanently.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's widely acknowledged that WrestleMania is the preeminent now premium live event of WWE. It's the granddaddy of them all and such like that. And it is the one event out of the year that is going to be the headliner no matter what. So in that regard, you want to have all the pageantry and things like that. If you're going to pull out all the stops, you're pulling all the stops out of Mania. So the national anthem or whatever song they decide to do to represent America or whatever country they're in definitely should be a part at the early stages of the show. I personally think that too.
I guess it does add to that pageantry of making it seem like a big deal. They don't do this for a Raw or SmackDown, so might as well be. But I think it takes away from the show. I think it just makes,
really,
even though it's 5 minutes or whatever it is, I just think it's like, here we go. It's like on Dynamite or even on Monday Night Raw of late on Netflix. They open the show, they show people walking in from the tour bus, and it's like, when is the wrestling happening?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, John. Like, all right, if this isn't the NBA, like the start of a pre-show. This is the show is on. Come on, let's get to the action.
Don't need the pregame swag. Yeah. That, and especially when you have these shows that are 2 and 3 hours long, and and you only have 3 and 4 matches on it. It just does seem like you're using up a whole lot of time that could be used towards actual matches to do little silly things like that. So I do get that. I hear you on that.
You know who was a big violator of this? WCW. Man, Tony Schiavone, Dusty Rhodes, Bobby Heenan, they would just be talking today. They would be talking forever at the top of the hour. Great. They're going down the lineup of the card. It's like, you know what? If you're watching the shows in retro like we do, then you know what? Maybe we do appreciate them running down the lineup and telling us what's to come. But I feel like if you're watching it for historical reasons, you're going to have it written somewhere else. You don't need to go through it in the beginning of the show.
Right.
But you know what? Getting long-winded on things that kind of like this. Let's get to the WrestleMania. Let's get to the Rockers and Haku and the Barbarian. Haku is teaming with other people. Hey, as a matter of fact, was it this one that Andre showed up in, or was it later?
Yeah.
Nope, he does show up in it. He shows up later. Yeah.
Oh, later match. Okay.
He shows up later in the show. Yeah.
So it used to be Andre and Haku and Barbarian team with the Warlord or elsewhere.
Colossal connection.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. It is weird melding these two guys together, even though we would know them later as the Faces of Fear. But we love hot opening matches here on the It Doesn't Matter podcast, and the Rockers are definitely capable of doing that. And it was fun to see them, and they came out, did their thing as expected, and it was a good time. So, yeah, thumbs up for the opening match here at WrestleMania 7. And Dom, you asked me a question. This is the first time I ever seen it for this show. Incorrect. I mean, down the street, there was a little video rental store called Flash Video, I believe. And they only had a handful of wrestling, when I first started getting into wrestling, a handful of wrestling VHSs to rent. Started at WrestleMania 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's it.
Wow.
It stopped at the Las Vegas WrestleMania, Yokozuna and Bret Hart. But those are the only ones, we'd go to rent the video, and those are the only ones that they had. They never got any more, and they never got any less, and we never ventured to Blockbuster in Waterford or New London. And there, they actually had WCW rentals. They had like Halloween Havoc and Starcade, just one of each, and they had like maybe a different WWF tape. But at the Flash Video, I watched WrestleManias 5 through 9 many times, and that's why my memories are skewed of this entire show, because I was quite certain that they edited the tape and that half the matches on the show were not on that tape. Therefore, I never saw them. Like Hacksaw Jim Duggan in the beginning of this tape with on commentary with Gorilla Monsoon. What?
I remember.
The British Bulldog and whoever he wrestled. It's like, what?
Warlord.
That match never happened. The LOD were never there. I don't know what. I'm not blacking out memories in my brain here, and I do have a decent memory, right, guys?
Yeah.
But I don't remember half this show, and I have no idea why. It's the Mandela effect. Berenstain Bears. I don't know what I remember or don't remember. Of course, I remember Warrior and Savage and
Right.
Hogan and Slaughter. But
Right.
goddamn, if the Legion of Doom and the Paul Roma and
Power and
Hercules.
Power and Glory.
Glory.
Geez, that never happened. I swear.
What, you mean
evidence of this?
You mean you don't remember the Mountie and Tito Santana? You really don't remember that match?
I'm not gonna lie with you, John. I don't remember that either. I saw that match and like, ¿qué?
Oh, man.
All right. Well, BDC, did this match matter to you? This opening match?
It did a little. I do take to Platino's point that he didn't see that the Barbarian was really all that big. I really because I'm so used to seeing him around the Warlord, and the Warlord is like a gargantuan, that it did make me double back with look. I was like, damn, he is big. He's huge. And of course, Ming is Ming. But I mean, it was a cool match. It was a cool match to get everybody into the action. You get rockers flying all over the place. Classic speed versus power matchup. And hot tags, all the fun stuff. The heartthrobs get the W, so it was enough to get everybody going and get the juices flowing and things like that. So it mattered a bit. It mattered.
All right, so the opening match, it definitely matters. All right, so after this, we see Mean Gene Okerlund. He's backstage with the guests. We have Regis Philbin. We have Marla Maple and Alex Trebek.
Mm-hmm.
I know 2 out of 3. Who the hell's Marla Maple?
Okay, so Marla Maples is the second in a long line of Donald Trump women. Yeah, so Marla Maples and Donald Trump dated in the 90s, which you notice Donald Trump was there too later in the show. They were together for a while after he split from Ivana. She was a model from down there in Florida, and I think that's how they met. But yeah, she was the first Trump babe after Ivana.
All right.
That is Marla Maples.
All right. Well, Marla says she's going to interview a few wrestlers in the locker room, and she's going to call it just like she sees it. And then our boy, Mean Gene Oakland, said, "Oh, there's going to be a lot of cold showers tonight." Regis Philbin talking about how he's afraid of earthquake. Okay, yeah, what earthquake could flip over a pizza truck or something like that. And then Alex Trebek, he's always working. The answer to the question is special guest ring announcer.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to work that in there. It's like, there's no way you're going to have Alex Trebek up there and not have him do something in the form of a question in regards to Jeopardy. But it was like, when I first saw the three of them, I'm like, I don't remember them being there. But then I thought, because I'm sitting there, I'm really like racking my brain. I'm like, I don't remember the three of them there. But I mean, they're here. I'm looking dead at them. They're there. I didn't know to what degree, but they're there. So yeah, they cool. Hey, more power to you. You're there.
All right. Well, now we got Bobby the Brain Heenan on commentary, and our next match we have Dino Bravo with Jimmy Hart taking on the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich, and two big meaty men
slapping meat
basically. And yeah, Dino takes advantage of Kerry while he's trying to get in the ring, and basically, long story short, Kerry wins with the claw, and then he hits him with that tornado discus punch.
Yep.
And Kerry's your winner. Now, Strap, do you remember this match?
No. Texas Tornado, another guy who I heard of but never saw wrestle.
Yep. He was big. He was big in NWA, WCW.
Yeah, and
legendary.
That was quite a finish with the claw, and then into the discus punch.
Yep.
I think that was his Hasbro action figure feature, the tornado punch, whatever it is. But no, I don't remember this. Don't remember this one. But it was fun to see a Texas Tornado match because those are in short supply. He's just not around much.
How long was he in the F for?
A couple years, maybe.
Yeah, he wasn't there long.
No, I think he would go back, and then unfortunately his untimely.
Yeah, he passed away. So he.
At this time, did he? Was his leg amputated at the time, or his foot amputated at the time?
I think it was.
At this time, right?
It was way before that, brother.
Well, yeah.
I think he had that accident before he came to WWF, and then there was a way he was able to hide it. From stories.
And he hit it well because I mean he moved. He didn't move around like he was a guy that was missing a foot.
Yeah, I was looking for like some kind of telltale sign or something, but maybe he had been wrestling with it for so long that he kind of figured out how to maneuver with it and make it seem seamless, actually. And but man, great talent, man. You could see the charisma just oozing out of him. I don't know what Vince didn't see in him. Maybe because he was from Texas. Maybe he had a southern drawl that Vince doesn't like the southern accent. But the guy had it all. He had it all. He had the look. He had the charisma. But maybe too much pressure, man, from being from a wrestling family. It's a lot to take in. So,
because I mean, when he used to wrestle before the accident, obviously, when he used to wrestle barefoot. So
yeah, they all did at one point.
Yeah, so but it was like when I saw him come out to the ring, the first thing I thought about was, damn, he looks like the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Like he literally looks like his garb, his gear, even the jacket he had on. It was like this dude looks like the Ultimate Warrior coming out here right now.
Yeah.
And I mean he had a phenomenal look, and I mean the name itself, the Von Erich name itself, is a legendary name, and he definitely was one of the better ones of the Von Erich clan. I like you don't understand how he doesn't gain more traction. He should have been bigger than he ended up being. It wasn't for a lack of anything. He just didn't. And I don't know why. I
know why. Doesn't work for me, brother.
For what it was, did you guys enjoy this match?
I enjoyed it very much. Very much.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, these guys would pass away a few years after, but one by
Oh, both of them actually.
Yep.
Actually, Dino, they lit him up,
mafia style.
mafia style, literally. Yeah, they lit him
Pack of
up.
smokes.
Yeah,
Yep.
Check out the dark side of the ring of Dino Bravo.
yeah. It's sad, man.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was actually trying to get his S together, but fortunately, just one too many bad deeds go unturned.
Yeah. Karma came. Karma came.
Should have used menthol.
Wow.
We ain't talking about Awesome Kong either. All right.
Should have just vaped.
That's it. All right, so after this, we see Sean Mooney backstage with Slick in the Warlord, and Slick said that his man, the Warlord, he's going to take out the Bulldog, and every dog has to be fixed. And then we see Mean Gene backstage with the Bulldog and his dog Winston. Bulldog said that he can break the full Nelson, and then the dog said there's no bull inside this Bulldog. Oh, Lord. I tell you what, back in the 90s, man, they had a lot of promos. Everybody was getting a chance to talk on the microphone back then.
Man, I forgot that there was another dog before Matilda. I'm so used to Matilda, I forgot that there was another Bulldog afterwards. It was very used to Matilda.
But yeah,
Winston.
Why isn't WWE just let these guys fail on their own, man? Just do stuff like that, like you said. Let these guys get a little promo time, even if it's like a minute. Screw it. This is how you're gonna learn.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You the best way to learn is failing, and every time you fail, it's one step to success.
That's right, Abel. They're not allowed to just restart and re-record the show anytime they want. They have to go one time, one take, Jake, as they say.
We're live, pal.
Well,
no do-overs.
Check out our old shows.
Well, look,
1 through 5. See
right.
how that went. Record a whole episode, and then shit just stop recording. You want to do it again? No.
Episode 2. It was the best one that never got released. Oh man.
All right. Well, our next match. Yes, our next match, we have the Warlord with Slick taking on the British Bulldog. Two big meaty men slapping meat. Again, Strap wasn't there, but Platino and BDC, we talked about it for this Tuesday in Texas. They fought again, and basically it was the same damn match.
Pretty much.
Same damn match. Warlord this one was first. Warlord had Bulldog in all these holes, and Bulldog kept fighting through, and then finally got him in the full Nelson. He breaks out and looks at his hands, tries to go for a scoop slam, but didn't work. Bulldog kept counters, running power slam, 1, 2, 3. The British Bulldog is your winner. I didn't think nothing of this match. I didn't think nothing of their match at this Tuesday in Texas. The same damn thing. Same damn thing, actually. But it was nothing for me. This match to me does not matter. Strap, do you remember this match?
No.
All right.
British Bulldog. I mean, I love the British Bulldog. I actually I ordered one of his wrestling figures. But you notice his theme song, it's the English British national anthem. Yeah. That's kind of like a special version because it's so loud. It's at a quick tempo. And the one, I remember when he was in WCW, it was the same song, but it sounded like it was played on a cassette. It was just sounded awful. It was in the background. You could barely hear it. And, I've never actually went to YouTube or anything to find different versions of Hail Britannica, whatever it's called. But the WWF version of the British Bulldogs theme just was different. It just sounded really great. And, it was really awesome. The British Bulldog, never known for his promos, but God damn it if he doesn't try really hard.
Every dog has his day.
It's just terrible on the mic. But like I said, he tried. And you know what? I was thinking like a year later, as I always do. I'm like, he's in WCW, headlining against Vader soon. So, actually, no, in 2 years he will.
2 years, yeah, because he got the Intercontinental title match.
Yeah, but he was
Wembley.
He's always a great wrestler, and he had the Warlord up for his power slam, and he was like looking for the hard cam because he had him up for a while. He just go walking around the ring.
I was
like, no.
Over there.
Yep.
Over there. Here we go.
Yep. So,
Yeah. Yep.
old Davey boy.
Did this match matter?
Meh.
Ow. Sorry.
Meh.
Sorry.
No.
And I love you, Boldy, but nope.
Meh.
Is the Warlord still around?
Yeah. Still, well, I believe he's still alive. He didn't die early like a lot of these guys. So God bless the Warlord.
What's his name? With
The
Jim
Jesus'
Nord?
favorite
something like that?
wrestler.
Jim Nord? Is that his name?
Yeah, I think so. It's Jim Nord.
Yeah, I was curious because you don't see him at any WrestleCons or anything like that.
I believe.
I see the
The
wheels.
Warlord. The Warlord. His name is Terry
Lord.
Scott Zopinski.
Oh,
Terry
never mind
Bell
then.
Zapinski.
Who the fuck is Jim Nord?
And yeah, he's and he's still around. Yep, he has not. He is 62 years old, and
He'll be at WrestleCon.
yep,
Maybe.
yeah.
I'm curious who Jim Nord is. Oh, Jim Nord was the Berserker. Or John Nord.
Oh, you mean Huff?
Huss.
Oh my God.
Huff.
Hey,
Huff.
hey, check it out. Breaking news. Breaking news here. Warlord at WrestleCon Las Vegas. Only $30. You can meet him April 18th or 19th.
Nah, I'm good, fam.
Check out the Warlord at WrestleCon Las Vegas.
I'm good, fam.
Those biceps
Oh,
probably
man.
still big as hell.
Is he really gonna be there?
Yes.
Oh shit! I
Guess I know
remember
what-
you.
I guess I know what Dom doing now.
I ain't going to WrestleCon.
He's going to be at WrestleCon all in Texas. Oh.
That's another story.
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
Georgia.
After this, we see Mean Gene with the Nasty Boys and Jimmy Hart, and the Nasty Boys said it's time for them to be the tag team champions, and that they're gonna put away the stink in the pink. And then Brian Knobbs grabs Gene's hanky. He blows his nose on it. Then Sags takes it from him. He does the same thing. That is nasty.
Oh, Jesus.
That's nasty.
So much blowing in that. Oh, gross.
I blow my nose and pass it to BDC, and he passes the Platino and Strapfex. Oh, well, that's nasty.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Oh man,
Brian Knobbs is about to lose a foot, so he started a Kickstarter. If anyone wants to support Brian Knobbs, Nasty Boy Brian Knobbs,
Is he really?
check out his
yeah, you didn't see him in a wheelchair?
crowdfunding.
I know that, but I didn't know he was losing his foot. Damn. No cocoa butter for him.
Nope. Oh Lord. All right. Well, we see
Inside joke.
we see Sean Mooney with the Hart Foundation, and Jim the Anvil Neidhart probably with his best promo ever. Knobbs,
Yeah.
Sags, you say you're gonna rock the foundation. You said you're gonna crack the foundation. It's not happening. And Bret Hart basically says, "You guys are not nasty. Y'all are scum." And basically, Hart Foundation,
Bret
Nasty Boys.
Yeah.
Bret wrote the promo for everybody, so it was pretty.
What?
It was pretty good. You didn't know Bret used to
wrote
write the
that?
promo for Anvil?
He gave
The
him all the
preview
best
of that
parts.
was in Wrestling with Shadows.
Yeah,
Wow.
it
Bret-
was really funny.
it was funny.
He's like, Anvil, just say something like you're really hungry and we have no manners or something.
Yeah, basically that's how it was. Look that up.
Great.
Bret is a goat, man. He is so
Yeah.
unselfish.
Yeah.
He could have wrote that to be the main guy, but he made man
He made Jim look good on the mic too.
another stamp. Bret, another stamp for you, brother.
The thing, Anvil was the charismatic one of the duo.
Yep. And who was
Very
the champion?
true.
Who ended up being the champion?
Yeah.
The loathsome dove.
As Michael Buffer would call him, the Hitman, Bret.
Yeah, I don't know why you always did that. The Hitman. Nickname first.
Yeah,
Steve Stone Cold Austin. Oh,
Wait, did you say Steve Coldstone? God.
That was Mike Tyson.
That was
Mike
Tyson.
Tyson. Cold Stone,
Cold
Stone Cold.
Yep. What 9-5 say? Don't what do you say? Stone Cone. Stone Cone. Stone Cone.
Oh, brutal days. Very brutal days. What up, 9-5?
What up, 9-5?
Fine gentlemen with goddamn. That was a tough episode. Episode 5 of the It Doesn't Matter podcast.
Yeah.
One of the early ones.
All right. Well, our next match, we have the Nasty Boys taking on the Hart Foundation, Jim the Anvil Neidhart and Bret the Hitman Hart. And this was an entertaining match. It had all, hit all type of cylinders. And the Nasty Boys, they were working on Bret. Bret was selling. He was selling. And then Anvil finally gets the red hot tag. They heat up. They hit the heart attack. But, Jimmy Hart, that little weasel that he is, he gets involved. Basically, he throws his helmet. Anvil gets clocked. And Jimmy's holding Bret's leg. And the Nasty Boys are your new tag team champions.
Yep. First thing I have to acknowledge is Jimmy Hart's dedication to his wrestlers, because this dude had more wardrobe changes than the Oscars.
Yeah.
Like every time he came out with somebody, he had a different suit and a different tie. And in the Nasty Boys case, he had a helmet he wore on his head, which I looked at him like, why is he wearing a helmet? I completely forgot he wore a helmet, but yeah, it made absolute sense for him.
Yeah.
But the match itself was decent. I mean, Bret Hart. It never ceased to amaze me how out of the 4 guys in the ring, Bret Hart's punches looked like they were the ones that were just they sounded like, and they looked like they were just causing massive damage.
Yeah.
It was like, I looked at when Jim Neidhart was throwing punches, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I can see it. But when Bret Hart was throwing, you hear the thunder from him stomping on the mat. The way he was throwing them like they were like targeted. I was just like, yo, I would not want to take a real punch like that. It looked like it would really hurt.
Yeah.
He sold those punches almost as well as he sold getting his ass handed to him.
Oh yeah.
He almost as well.
Who you guys think got the better work punch? Ric Flair or Bret Hart?
I might have to say Bret, brother.
Yeah, it's still Bret for me. It's still Bret.
Choose someone better. Ric Flair's punches are terrible.
Yeah.
Those just look good.
Razor had pretty good working punches.
Working punches.
Yeah, look at Razor when he's throwing punches, and
look at Bret. Him and The Rock. They got that
Vader,
big wind up and the toss.
Yeah, Vader just straight clubbed you.
Yeah,
Warrior
that's about it.
Warrior 2.
He just straight clubbed you. It's like, well, I'm not throwing punch. I'm just swinging my arms, and if my wrists and fists hit you, they hit you.
Stone Cold said the same thing too. He said, "I don't like working stiff. I work snug. So every now and then I might land a few, but I expect it back." So
yeah,
that's why those two always made magic, man. Bret and Austin.
Stone Cold's punches weren't that great either.
No, but they look real.
I mean, they're okay, but they weren't. I mean, he was very weak at times. But who was I thinking of? Oh, a lot
Macho.
of the Memphis wrestlers, Jerry Lawler, Jeff Jarrett, they would have a specific kind of punch. It's very carny. It's very corny pro wrestling style.
Like that short.
Jarrett would have like an uppercut, like that. He'd punch you like that. And if you ever watch a classic Jeff Jarrett match, which you can do on the 4-disc DVD King of the Mountain from TNA Wrestling, his punches are just, they land and they make noise and they look good. They're just weird. Those Memphis guys had a certain style to them,
You know his punch was terrible? China's. It was like forearms, man. She was
just giving forearms. She wasn't giving no punches.
Yeah. Why break a nail? Just go ahead and just tear you down with them forearms. The forearms are massive, man.
Yeah.
And you know, I love China to death, but yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
girl. Those punches were
Yeah,
basura.
and I'd like to say they got better as she went on, but they didn't.
Sort,
Well,
yeah.
check out China, Joni Laurer, and
Yep.
Masahiro
Rest her-
Chono. from
Rest her
Japan.
soul.
Yep.
Rest her soul.
Yeah, got
She should be in the Hall of Fame.
on her
She
own
is.
merits, yeah.
I was like, isn't she?
Yeah, she will be. She will be.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's not?
She'll definitely get it.
No, she's
DX.
part of DX. She's technically a part of DX, but she should be in by herself.
She'll get it.
I mean, no, she shouldn't. That's the only way they're going to get her in, is through that. I guess,
Well, I mean,
I guess
we
you
discussed
know,
this on our China episode.
Yeah, she should definitely be in. I mean, she's literally the first female Intercontinental Champion. She wrestled men well, and she dominated the women, literally. So
I guess if you got other people be multiple-time Hall of Famers, why not China?
yeah,
Yeah. I guess.
Should be a 2-time Hall of Fame.
she should be.
I just don't see the value in it. I mean, like, you know, the whole thing's is a vanity point for WWE. It's like, great. I mean, it's just another name to put in the Hall of Fame.
That's true though. When you put it like that, and then who's gonna do a speech for her?
Oh, it's her mother. Great. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Sister,
at this
sister, yeah.
at this point, it was probably I was about to say it's probably gonna be your sister. But it's like it will be your sister, but the thing was I think the biggest quote unquote endorsement was when they called her name during the DX induction, to kind of because it was like for the longest time her name was like taboo.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Because Triple H at the time.
Stephanie,
That too.
that was it. That was the TSV combo. That was Trips. That was Stephanie. That was Vince. That was the three of them together. May have been more Vince than anything, but it was still. But Trips and Steph still had a hand in that.
Can't wait to check out Stephanie McMahon's
Podcast.
Helmsley's Levex. What the fuck is her name? Her video podcast, whenever that comes out.
Yeah, they showed a picture of CM Punk and Triple H hugging backstage after his SummerSlam appearance or some shit like that.
Well, yeah, sometimes you see these clips on Instagram or whatever, and you're like, where's this backstage? Someone got this from some documentary, and it's like, Jesus, is it fucking a podcast like the one you just said, or is it from the A&E shows? Is it from the the Rock versus Triple H feud versus show? Like, where is this footage coming from? But hey, there's tons of footage.
There's always footage.
Always. Camera's always rolling. Hulk Hogan. All right, our next match.
Yeah, I caught
I didn't know I
that.
was being recorded.
We have the Blindfold match, and I enjoyed this match as a kid, and I enjoyed it again rewatching it. We have Jake the Snake Roberts taking on the model Rick Martel with arrogance. They showed a video package how Jake got arrogance sprayed in his eyes, and then he had that white contact. Oh my god! He hit Brother Love.
Dedication.
Yeah, he hit Brother Love with the
Dedication.
DDT. So we get this Blindfold match, and I really enjoyed it. It's just the kid in me, like Jake using one of his senses. He's pointing, and the crowd is just getting louder. Yeah. And then Rick Martel, trying to feel his way, got in the corner, fell on the ref. The ref's like, hey, I got a shirt on. and then at one point when Rick had the steel chair and then leaned on the turnbuckle and wham. Oh, it was just funny. It was a hilarious match.
Yeah.
DDT. I enjoyed it. It's a good, entertaining match. Jake took advantage with the crowd, and Jake's your winner.
Hit that DDT, but the promo that was a part of it was just typical Jake brilliance. He took a very small quote talking about how most people have 5 senses, but snakes have 6.
Yeah.
Just like it was a very simple line, but the way he delivered it was gold.
Yeah.
Was absolute gold, and that is Jake the Snake in a nutshell. His promos always rocked. no matter what.
Platinum, did you enjoy this match?
I love this match, and I didn't realize this was on number 7. I thought it was on number 8. So I was like, "Oh, great! This is one of my favorite matches. Two guys that I love."
It was trash.
Oh man, it would have been great.
Yeah,
It was.
You
trash.
know me,
I told you
how
about that.
I love Jake. He's always been one of my favorite promo
Yep.
guys. It's why I try to steal from him any chance I get. But Rick the Model Martel, another one of my favorites growing up as a kid. I don't know what it was about him. Maybe it was just the arrogance, the silliness, the perfume, where you just. I just loved him. He was one of my favorite characters growing up. So I really wish we can talk to him even for like a few minutes and pick his brain in the industry. But I know, unfortunately, he's out of the biz. But
Way out.
great match, brother. Yeah, he's still
Long gone.
he's
Nah,
no
I used to love this time of wrestling. What was the game back in the day in the arcade? WrestleFest? All them wrestlers?
yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
God, man.
I'm telling you
That
one
game-
thing though, Dom. If I ever get a house, that's
Oh,
going
yeah.
in the basement.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Did they have that? Did they have that on one as a 1-up game? As a one of the. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, you ever played
They
that at the
got
Crystal
1 and
Mall
2.
back in the day?
That game rocked.
I don't think it's a 1-up game. They have like the Super Nintendo version as a 1-up, but they don't have WrestleFest, the original arcade game. There's,
I think I have it on my laptop.
I know it's if you know how to get it, it's not out there. I don't, so I don't have it. But there were 2 WWF arcade games back in the day. There was the first one, whatever. No, I don't know what that one was called, but there's a second one, and I remember it. It's very nostalgic, and I always wanted to get like the action figures of the roster of that game.
Yeah.
And because like the Legion of Doom, you couldn't play them.
Yep.
You could fight them in like as final boss, but
Yep.
you couldn't play them. And you
I
could be
hated that
Hogan,
too.
Warrior, Macho, DiBiase, Demolition, like Earth, the Natural Disasters, Mr. Perfect, like all those guys were in that game, and it's like I just want them in action figure form. That's always something I wanted to do, but yeah, so I do remember them, but they're just as nostalgic and as fun to play as Ninja Turtles in Time and Simpsons Arcade.
Simpsons Arcade. I love
Yep.
that, man.
Oh yeah.
Him, people with the Marge Simpson with the umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, but wasn't there another arcade game, another wrestling game, arcade game that had more characters?
Yeah, there was the first one, and it had like a certain amount, and then the second one I think had more.
Yeah, I think the second one. I
I
can't
don't know the name.
The second one had the bigger roster with LOD, like you said, and the natural disasters. Oh man, I would waste all my quarters as soon as I go into the mall for that. My mom could go shopping for 2-3 hours. As soon as she pulled me out the arcade, I was like, no.
It looks like the first one was called WWF Superstars, and the second one was just
WWF
WrestleFest.
Superstars. Yeah.
Yeah.
was it.
Yep.
Hold on, I gotta look that up right quick.
Got a sample of Hulk Hogan and Hacksaw Jim Duggan taking on the Big Boss Man and Honky Tonk Man.
Man.
That's the one. Yep, WWF Superstars.
Strap
I'm
facts
looking at
with
that shit
the
right now.
facts.
The
Woo!
internet.
That was that was my joint back then, man. But yeah, just seeing this and being a kid and going to the mall and playing arcade game. You can see Jake in the game. You see Rick Martel with the arrogance, spraying the joint. Oh my God, that's my childhood right there, and I definitely do enjoy that. But Strap, you remember this match?
Oh, this I do remember. In just like Platino said, a favorite match of mine, and can you only think of the second ever blindfold match, Triple H and D'Lo Brown. And while people hated that too, well, they can go fuck themselves. You don't remember that one?
Hell no, I don't remember that one.
All right, it was Raw Roulette from Eric Bischoff, the general manager, and Spin the Wheel. You got a deal, and it was Triple H,
2003 or 2004,
and D'Lo Brown, and they put the blindfold in my favorite spot in this match. Triple H, they both got the blindfolds on, the whole head mask thing, and Triple H, they grapple, he backs D'Lo up into the corner, D'Lo sneaks out of it somehow, and Triple H with the mask on, he's just taunting D'Lo in the corner. Why, you son of a bitch, you and D'Lo's not there. You gotta find that one. That's fun.
Well, I just marked clips, so I'm gonna be looking for it.
But this match, Jake the Snake and Rick Martel, I thought it was genius. I don't know if there was in the previous blindfold match or whatever, but I thought that move was genius. Him just going, oh, he's right there. It was great. But yeah, love this match a lot. Well, a tremendous highlight of WrestleMania 7. You don't have a WrestleMania 7 without this match.
Yeah, they should bring that back.
Totally agree.
Bring it back one more time. CM Punk, Seth Rollins blindfold match.
They probably could have got away with it.
Oh man, R-Truth and John Cena in a blindfold match. That'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
That'd be great.
Lord.
His hero, John Cena. You're older than me.
I'm waiting for that interaction. They got to do it at least one time. John being a heel, R-Truth. John, you a bad guy now? Well, fuck them kids.
How can you do this, John Cena? You were my childhood hero.
He's gonna make Cena break.
Oh yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
I mean, he made Brock Lesnar break, so that's just says it all. And Brock don't break for nobody.
And that's and that is and R-Truth even said that was his favorite break moment was when he broke Brock Lesnar.
I think that was everybody's favorite.
That was his favorite.
You're big. Paul Heyman, huh?
I'm throwing you over the rope, Paul Heyman. That's bro.
I think Vince told him, "Hey, do whatever you can to make him crack." And
I
got you, boss.
And the thing of it was, he even said to Paul Heyman, he was like, "Do you want me to tell you?" And Paul was like, "Don't tell me, just say it. Don't tell me anything, just say it." Which is why when he said it, Paul was looking at him like.
So I'm playing WWE 2K25, the Island Revelancy, and Paul Heyman, he's basically your tour guy. And then I asked him a question. He said, "I got somebody who could redirect you." It's R-Truth. This dude got me all over the damn place right now. All over the place in that game. Oh man.
See, you should have stayed on the main road. Now you're running side quests. Now you're running side quests.
I'm trying to find this dude. I'm like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. All right, well, our next match, we see Superfly Snuka taking on the Undertaker. This is Undertaker's first WrestleMania. We all discussed Undertaker's WrestleMania. We talked about the streak already. Jimmy Superfly Snuka. First question, Strap, how old was Snuka at this time?
How old?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how old he was, but he was definitely past his prime, because his prime would be around the onset of Hulkamania. It was either Jimmy Snuka or Terry Bollea as the guy they're going to push as the guy in the WWF. But, you know, when you kill a woman or two, you just don't want to push him as your world champion. Jimmy Snuka would just disappear here and there, and he would reappear here. I mean, man, the guy had more juice than Juicy Juice, and he looked great.
He looked real good.
But he also looked terrible at the same time.
Yeah,
in a way, he just did not look good. I mean, like he just didn't look healthy.
Oh god.
But
yeah. Well, so you said his prime would probably be like 82, 83 time. That time frame. That's his prime, because it's 1991 right
10 years later.
Yeah, so he was 48 at this point.
I still can't read.
He was 48. He was 48 at this point, and no longer wrestling barefoot either.
That's sad.
Yeah, boots on this match?
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah. He did?
Did he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
It made no difference. Can take a whoop that ass.
That's why I'm like.
I was looking at his feet. Taker dominated Jimmy Snuka in his opening match. Woo.
Bobby Heenan sounded legit surprised. He was like, that's Jimmy Superfly Snuka, while he's laid out in the middle of the ring.
Snooker had no offense when he tried to do like a high splash, whatever. He crashed and burned Taker with that big ass suplex. That suplex, whew, Jimmy was just hanging up there. Taker with a flying clothesline, tombstone, 1, 2, 3. Taker is one.
I mean, he literally caught him. He caught him on that crossbody and then turned it into a tombstone. It was like, okay, yeah, he
repositioned himself with one hand.
Yep.
Did you peep that?
Yep.
Before the tombstone, reposition.
Yep.
Like, oh my god! Like, yo.
Yeah. Taker was. Yep.
Mark Callis and WCW Texas Red, Booger Red.
Well, Oli, you're an idiot because to tell that man that he was never going to draw a dime, go F yourself. I love you.
Yeah. Well, Oli's dead now.
Yep.
So too late.
Cheap plug, guys.
Yep.
Sponsored by Reese's.
All right, well, you already know how we feel about Undertaker and his streak.
Yes, sir.
Time. Should have never broke it.
Nope.
Yep.
But all right, let's go ahead.
Our next match is a retirement match. The Macho King Randy Savage with Queen Sherry taking on the Ultimate Warrior, and they show a video package of how this match took place, and they showed Ultimate Warrior as your heavyweight champion, and Queen Sherry is groveling. She's begging to the Warrior at the Royal Rumble, or before the Royal Rumble. Warrior, will you please give Macho King his title shot that he rightfully deserves? And then Ultimate Warrior with the hottest promo ever. This motherfucker, he just spit on the ground and he just starts shaking. And she's on her knees right in front of his crotch. And he just shaking, going crazy. And then he tells her, no. That is just stuck to me. That shit is embedded in my head. That shit is hilarious.
He said no.
First of all,
really want to say yes.
First of all, why the fuck did he spit?
I think that's an old timey way of saying no to someone's
hell no.
Back in the day.
Hell no, kiss my ass and all that other fun stuff that goes along with it. Yeah.
And then Sherry. One of them, I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Warrior's like, hold on, Sherry. Well, maybe. But yeah, they showed
like, I think this is on the wrong website. This is on the wrong website.
Oh, Mom just walked in.
No.
He's probably saying, Sherry, you gotta do it like this. You gotta move your hand in front of his crotch and beg. I don't know.
Yeah, I would love to know who thought that up. Was like, hey, this is what we want you to do. We want you to get down on your knees and we want you to beg and grovel in front of him. And he's gonna just stand there and not move. And then he's gonna bend down and yell in your face, and you're going to scream back at him. And this is going to sell. This is going to be big. This is really going to sell the match. Dog, nah, bro. Shit was funny as hell, though.
I gotta rewatch that one more time. I gotta see who was the announcer. Mean Gene at the time.
Mean
I just want
Gene.
to see if he got a straight face.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch that. I
gotta rewatch it. I'm watching Sherry. I'm watching Warrior.
Mean Gene kept it pretty stoic, although I think at one point he kind of just looked away.
The only time you ever seen him react is during the Booker T promo.
Yeah, because that brother said he was like this. He was like,
"Oh,
what if before we get in this match, let's have some fun. Let's have some fancy booking. What if Sherry did that promo with the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich? Please, Texas Tornado, give Macho Man a chance. And she just started rubbing his leg. Like Vince with an inside rib.
Wow.
What?
With the bad foot. He was
oh, that's so dark.
That's for the hell
That
of it.
is so dark.
Vince would do some shit like that.
Yo. Wow. That is dark.
Like,
that is dark, dude.
I can't
that
feel
is
that.
dark.
I can't feel that.
What?
That is dark.
Wow.
That is dark.
Wow.
What are you on?
That's some funny shit right there. That's some funny
My
shit.
God.
What are you drinking over there?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't tell you what I'm drinking. This is a PG show.
Talking brewing.
You're the goddamn lie.
All right, but nah, all jokes aside, Macho Man, he distracted Warrior. He interfered plenty of times in the Royal Rumble match, and that's how Sergeant Slaughter became a new champion. He hit him with the scepter, and
he cracked.
So Warrior's
And
pissed off.
And that scepter was sturdy. I expected that Joker to break in a million pieces. That Joker did not break at all.
Hell no.
That Joker was sturdy.
Everything back in the day, it was all like legit. Real legit.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Union made.
All right. So our match, we have Macho King taking on Ultimate Warrior. But before the match starts, Bobby the Brain Heenan, he's looking up the aisleway and he sees Miss Elizabeth sitting ringside. Well, not ringside, but she's damn near by the entrance. I don't know how he's seen that. That's kind of far, but he peeped it.
Yeah, she's a few rows back.
Oh my God, brother! It's the wall. Man, how can you see that?
Yep, Macho Man and Queen Sherry had the royal entrance. Had them peasants carrying them. The one dude trying not to drop them. Warriors music hits, and he's not running.
Yeah. Not running at all.
Sweet time. Bobby the Brain Heenan, he must be sick. He must be sick. Why is he running? Why is he not running? He's embracing it. It's a different type of match. Warrior with the dope gear. He had his face on one knee pad, had Savage on the other knee pad, and had the world title on the back of his trunks. That title in BDC's corner right there. Oh man, it was real. That I want that gear. That shit's fire. I like that shit. That shit was dope. But, Strap, I know you've seen this match. Let's hear your thoughts. You already know what happened.
I watched this match with Nita on this rewatch, and she was like, "Oh, the Warrior, he's gonna come out running, going crazy." I'm like, actually, he walks out on this one, you know. But yeah, another infamous match. Yes, I have seen this match, and I remember my memory of it was just that it was a long match, but on the rewatch it wasn't that long. But when I was a kid, I thought it just took forever, especially the moment where the Warrior is like talking to his arms. What was that? Like that's not something he does. But the only time he ever did it, as far as I can tell, is this match. And Gorilla Monsoon is just a pro. He's just covering for him. He's like, he's trying to get the answers from the boss.
Right.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I think I think what it was up to that point, because I think Dom and I had this conversation on one of the Nitro episodes or was it WrestleMania, where we were talking about how, finishers were not kicked out of back then. And technically, this was literally the only time that Warrior's finisher was kicked out of. So him going to the hands and wondering why he wasn't getting the W and talking to his hands and all the stuff like that kind of ties in. Like you said, Monsoon picked that up quick like a pro. I thought it went like way too long because it just literally looked like he didn't know what to do at this point. Only thing he did was walk around. Savage is like basically having a nap in the ring, and he's literally just walking around like, why did I not win? Why did I not win? And then Savage finally got up and like kicks him out of the ring, and then all of a sudden he gets his answer when he gets like kicked. He gets kicked out of the ring, which made even less sense than him walking around trying to figure out answers from his hands.
But don't forget, before he got to that point, before he heated up and hit Savage with his moves, Savage hit this man with 4 elbows, and he kicked out.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
You ain't kicking out of 1 elbow, but you kicked out 4?
4.
Come on, man.
Man, with the Macho Man elbow drop, you usually wake someone up with that. He did it to Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan got right up. It was a Clash of Champions in WCW.
Yeah.
Happened somewhere.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. It was real good. Sherry, she was all over the place, looking good as hell, interfering, and oh man, Savage disrespecting the Warrior, spitting in his face. But like you said, Warrior's talking to his hands. Referee Dave Hebner trying to get Warrior back into the ring. You're gonna get counted out. You're gonna have to retire. You have to lose. You're gonna lose.
Like, go ahead, keep talking to your hands. Your hands gonna get your ass out of a job. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he came back, heated up, shoulder tackle Warrior with the press, posed on him, and he wins. Basically, and Sherry's pissed.
Right.
This is one of my favorite matches as a kid, right here. This right here.
I kept wondering if he was trying to see if he could actually shoulder tackle Macho Man out of the ring, because he did it 3 times, and each time he did it, Macho flew a little further out the ring. So I was like, is this like a challenge to him to see if he's going to fall out of the ring, or maybe see if he can do it where he actually stays in the ring? Because I think the last one he actually almost stayed in the ring, but then ended up flopping out anyway. But yep. After that,
yeah,
it was the Sherry show.
Yeah, Sherry went crazy. She's attacking Macho Man after the match, and then Miss Elizabeth hops over the top rope or top aisle, whatever you want to say, and
she over the guardrail.
She helps her man, and Macho's like, "What are you doing?" She ain't did it. And then, oh my God, then you get the biggest love story. They hug.
Yep.
He puts her on the shoulder and let me hold the ropes for you, and everybody in there crying. This match had everything.
Just probably blubbering and snot flying all over the place.
It was a good ass match. It was a good ass story, man, and it just elevated. I would say I'll give this match like 5 stars right here. This shit matters. This match definitely does matter right here.
All right, I see John is up there like he's about to explode. What is it, John? What is it?
I'm looking up the WrestleFan roster stuff.
I see this smirk going across his face as he's.
Well, Platinum, what do you think about this match right here?
I can't say I like that one more than the Hogan one that Warrior had. I don't know what it was. For me, it was more memorable, that one, but this was still a very good match. The storyline was very well written, and for me, it just felt like it was a really long match for Warrior. I thought when he kicked out of that splash, I'm like, oh boy, this is way too long for Warrior. This is not going to go well. And no, it still was good. You got Macho Man still leading the way and keeping everything in pace at the right times. So.
It was good.
It was a good match.
It definitely doesn't matter. It was a good match.
It does matter.
Great story. Had a little bit of everything in there, so I definitely enjoyed it. And it being a Warrior match, can't say that many times. So
right,
I know.
Right,
Strap, do you agree?
Oh no, no doubt. It's one of the most legendary and matches and best matches of Ultimate Warrior. It just for me, it's just it's too unique. It's not something I want to watch over. I don't want to watch it over and over again because the story. It's just a singular story. There's one story to this match. It's Warrior got screwed, Macho retires, this, that, almost like a double turn, almost like the Bret Hart and Steve Austin kind of thing. Just so many layers, and so it is a great match. It's just not something I want to watch over and over again. But you could say, Macho Man, hey, he's had at least him and Ric Flair the next year. He's had 4 great matches at WrestleMania. He the original Mr. WrestleMania, Ricky Steamboat, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and Ric Flair. What a Hall of Fame list that is, it's, I like I said, it is a great match. It's just not something I want to watch all the time, and it's very memorable, and it's an easy story. Even trying to explain to Nita like what's going on, it's like it's very easy to tell someone what the storyline is. That's what wrestling is. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be over shampoo or spilled coffee or peeing in a teacup.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's very
all right. Well, it was a good ass match, and we still have many matches to go, so we're gonna speed through until we get to the main event. I'm gonna name the match. I'm gonna ask y'all your thoughts, and we're gonna go right to the next match.
Okay.
It's gonna be like the rundown. Here we go. Our next match, we have Demolition, Crush, and Smash taking on Tenryu and Katal. Bobby Brain Heenan said it sounds like hand towel. Platinum, you gave us a thumbs down. What are your thoughts on this match besides it being a thumbs down?
Too much, man. Way too much going on, and
No
it
need.
didn't make any sense to me. Yeah, it wasn't necessary. So I'll just
whatsoever. Hand towel and Master Fuji and whatever, don't make no difference. They won with a power bomb. All right, our next match, we have the Big Boss Man taking on Mr. Perk from the Intercontinental title, and I have to ask Strat facts for this because he put something on his story about this match. Strat, what are your thoughts on Mr. Perfect and the Big Boss Man?
You only have 3 championship matches. Why does this have to end in a non-finish? Why? And Mr. Perfect, Big Boss Man, like, it's WrestleMania, man. I know they wanted, it was all about the house show loop back in the day, but come on, we couldn't get a clean finish at WrestleMania. I mean, Mr. Perfect looking like a boss, Big Boss Man looking like a boss, future members of the New World Order, that is, too. But you know, and I don't remember this match either. This, you know,
right?
What did they exclude us from the VHS too? It's the Intercontinental title match, so I have no idea what's going on. But this match, I'm all about the ending. If the ending's not good, I think the whole match sucks. So you know what?
Yeah.
This match sucks.
You want Andre?
Huh?
This is when Andre came out.
Oh, this is the one with Andre? I thought you were a tag match.
Nope, it was this
Andre
match
coming out. It's like, man, this guy's gonna die in 2 years. But he still looked okay. Not really. You know, he's punching like. Wait. Oh, I don't know. Whatever.
He clogged Mr. Perfect with the title.
Oh yeah. Him and the Boss Man, they're unsure of, like, you're a good guy, you're a man of the law.
I like you, big man. You big man. Yeah. Does this match matter?
No.
Terrible.
You big boss man, but I real big boss man.
Yeah, right.
Oh man. All right.
My daughter will be on a podcast in the future.
Yes.
I can't.
All right. Our next
match now.
I can't stand you.
Our next match now. BDC, Earthquake, and Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Oh my
God. No.
Whoa, Jesus.
Don't get me wrong. Great to see the future Hall of Famer in the match.
2 Hall of Famers.
No. Exactly no.
Earthquake!
The best part of the match was when the match was over. Earthquake thought he was going to get a second one on Greg the Hammer. Greg the Hammer was like, nope, and rolled out of the ring. That was the best part of it.
Hell no. You ain't saying
Nope.
Yep. All right. Strap. LOD versus Power and Glory. Hercules and Paul Roma.
Man, I thought Eric Rowan and The Rock was the shortest match in WrestleMania history. No, this was a very short match. It was cool
1 minute.
Cool to see the LOD, but once they signed the LOD, you didn't need Demolition anymore. So
right.
But
Speaking of Demolition, they even changed the theme song in Demolition. That shit was
terrible. It was
Oh
horrible.
my God.
It was horrible.
All slow. I'm like, I like the other dun 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 dun. Like,
yeah. I mean, you could have modified it, but like, this is the crush and this is the smasher. But nope, they just gave some real parlor music. That shit was whack.
Yeah.
Did Bill Eadie leave by then?
Yeah.
He's a movie star.
Yeah. Was that
no holds barred?
Was that before? Was that after the I'm gonna come out in a perm? I'm gonna come out to the ring in a perm.
That was after, because
yeah.
Because I remember WrestleMania 6, all 3 of them came out together.
Yep.
But I think it was Survivor Series 90 where it was that all of them versus Warrior and the LOD.
Yeah, because his very last match, he decided to come out with a bouffant hairdo, and that shit was hilarious.
Why was Axe's hair so good? Good point.
All right. Our next match, we have Virgil taking on the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Platino, your thoughts?
Oh my God. This is where my head is at with this.
What the hell?
My head was like this. I love Virgil, and God rest his man's soul, and Ted DiBiase will always have my favorite belt of all time, but oh my God. Soul Train Jones. No.
Hell yeah.
My man came out with no music.
Let's just say this match just needed to be Deleted.
I trained you. Get up. Get up,
Oh,
Virgil.
God.
Get up, Piper. Get up. Come on.
Fuck.
Oh,
no,
my
it's just,
God.
ugh.
Virgil wins. Virgil wins by count.
Yeah.
Like, oh, come on, man.
Virgil wins by count out. Sherry finds herself a new job. And Piper gets his leg jacked up, but then still manages to stand at the count of 10. Yeah, okay,
Yes.
cool.
All right, BDC, your turn. Tito Santana and the Mountie.
I need to hear it.
No.
So, yeah. The Mountie wins by using his damn club. I don't know what the hell you call that shit, but it don't make no difference. It don't matter. So you see how we sped up through these matches because after the Warrior match, Warrior and Randy Savage match, it really doesn't matter. Piper, maybe the Intercontinental match should definitely matter, but you can definitely skip it.
Yeah, they ruined the IC match. They ruined the IC championship match.
Yes.
Yep.
But this next match, it definitely does matter. It's your main event. You have Hulk Hogan going for the title against Sergeant Slaughter. And this right here, I wish Savage was on the show right now. Savage Eddie, because he was real big into this storyline with the Gulf War taking place. Because WrestleMania 7 was supposed to be inside the LA Coliseum, but Slaughter was getting so many death threats for being an Iraqi sympathizer, they had to move it shit inside to the LA Memorial right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're here.
Which is kayfabe.
What?
That's
The
not
death
true.
threats?
That's not
The
true.
death threats?
Correct.
No
That
death-
is not true.
That's what he said.
You can believe whatever you want to believe. That's one story. The other story is that they couldn't sell enough tickets to fill that damn LA Coliseum. So they had to move to a smaller venue, the LA Memorial Coliseum, that is. Sports Arena, excuse me.
Sports, yeah. How many people does the sports arena sell?
100,000.
No. It's definitely getting a lot, though.
I am fascinated with the LA Coliseum for a few different reasons. One of them is that OJ played there because it's on the campus of
our boy OJ.
My boy OJ. I didn't make it to Potrero Hill in San Francisco, but
all I know is when he made a cut, he was gone.
I can't tell you. Cut. He kept going. Weird. He's a Hollywood actor too. You think you know the terminology? But here's a fun fact about the LA Coliseum. There was a porno movie filmed there.
Oh, shit.
And I'm not telling you if I saw it or not.
Oh, my God.
It's not Debbie Does Dallas?
No, but there was an adult film actually filmed inside the LA Coliseum, and it's very obvious. And it really happened. It's on the internets.
Damn it.
So while WrestleMania couldn't take place inside the LA Coliseum, someone else could get inside someone else's Coliseum.
All right. Well, they said he received death threats. Strap said they didn't sell out. It doesn't matter what we get in this match. It does. Oh, it does matter. It does matter for business, but
it does.
All right.
But this story right here, Slaughter, he turned on America. He's with General Adnan and the Iron Sheik. I forgot what he changed his name to.
Yes.
He got the boots, the Iraqi boots with the horns, the hooks, whatever you want to call them. And oh man, this was a bloody match, and it was the right thing. Hogan had to bring back the title home to good old America, and you know, it's a must-watch match.
Did they explain why Slaughter was able to use the steel chair so many times and not get this DQ'd, but yet if, say, Hogan were to do that, he would have got DQ'd? Was this something that they said something about a new rule in the title?
Because then he retained the title. They wanted the title back to America, so.
Okay.
So I'm not just going to disqualify you.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember seeing that, and I'm just like looking at Earl like, isn't that a DQ?
You would think so.
But thank God.
It was a bloody match. It definitely was a bloody match.
Yep.
It's definitely a must-watch. And like I said, Hogan, he won the title But Strap, you gotta refresh my memory. After this, what happened to Slaughter? I know we talked about it with Lacey, but still refresh my memory. Did he take time off after this?
I'm trying to fill the gap because like I was curious if there's someone out there who was trying to do like a rewatch, a timeline of things you can actually watch of a whole year, for example. So you would go from WrestleMania to SummerSlam.
Yep.
There's stuff in between. What is it? Are they Saturday night main events? Are they WWF superstars? Or is it primetime wrestling? Like, what are the shows between March, April, and August? I don't know. Is it the WrestleFest Coliseum home video, WrestleFest 91? Like, how do you find out more about this time period of the WWF on Peacock? Like, I don't know. The only thing you could trace or presume, or the only thing I could presume, is that they went on the house show loop and they toured with some combination of Hogan up to the SummerSlam main event. Hogan, Warrior, Slaughter, and General Adnan. That's the only thing I can presume, because when they finally put it on TV or even pay-per-view, they've already done that match throughout the country. You know, like there's nothing else to prove.
Yep.
So my presumption is that Slaughter and Hogan just had rematches throughout spring of '91.
All right.
So
curious.
I'm going to. I found something, and it's called the full list and schedule of 1991 WWE pay-per-view and special events.
All right. So what's after WrestleMania?
So after WrestleMania, which was on March 24th, there was the WWF SWS WrestleFest in Tokyo Dome, March 30th.
Hi.
There was Wrestle Dream in Kobe, April 1st.
Beef.
There was UK Rampage in London, England on April 24th.
That's on Peacock, I want to say.
There was a Saturday night's main event, April 27th, out of Omaha, Nebraska. WrestleFest. WrestleFest 1991, July 14th. And then SummerSlam, August 26th.
That's like nothing.
Yeah.
That's like
6 shows.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Literally 6 shows, and 4 of them were in the March-April time frame.
Wow.
Well,
I still doesn't answer what the hell Slaughter did after that, but
you know,
he wanted his country back.
You know, here's the thing. There is I thought it was just like a generic compilation tape, because they did those all the time back then. But WWF UK Rampage 91 is probably that entire show from the UK and not like highlights. So that's probably on Peacock to watch. That's one thing.
it is on Peacock, that's for sure. Because remember that one dude asked us, "Hey, can you cover this show?" I'm like, "We'll get to it." Some random guy, and I think he was off.
A 300th subscriber.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. But guys, did this match matter to you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely did.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities that could have been had with this match. It could have taken place in the LA Coliseum. Would it have been bigger if Slaughter was a face instead?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
You
The
gotta
beloved G.I. Joe Sergeant Slaughter versus Mr. America Hulk Hogan?
You gotta have a heel. Maybe if Hulk Hogan was able to be Hollywood Hulk Hogan like he supposedly wanted at WrestleMania 6, maybe.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? If he was able to turn heel? Wow.
Well, I'm looking. My bad, BDC. Real quick. It said after WrestleMania 7, Slaughter, he transitioned away from the Iraqi sympathizer. Then he became a prominent figure in the WWF, engaging in various feuds, and then he later became a face. And then later on, he became the on-screen authority that we all know. Chin.
Yeah, after SummerSlam 91.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hall of Famer.
So this is a direct quote from Sir Sergeant Slaughter. He did a show, Stories with Briscoe and Bradshaw, talking about this venue switch. So he says, that was the worst day of my life when Vince called me and said, Sarge, I've got some bad news. The LA Coliseum wants me to secure the Coliseum. It's going to cost between $4 and $5 million, and I just can't do it. So we're going to move the show indoors to the arena. I said, no. When you look up the records of matches and you see the LA Coliseum, Hogan and Slaughter sold out 104,000. That's a badge. It was just heartbreaking. He then said, when addressing the rumors about tickets not selling, there was all these rumors that it wasn't drawing, but when I got my damn paycheck, it drew. It was the biggest paycheck I ever got. I never seen that much money. I'm going by what Vince told me. They wanted to secure the venue.
See?
It said Gerald Briscoe added that if the event went ahead outdoors, it would have needed a huge military and security presence. This was in large part due to concerns over the Gulf War, which was currently being fought in the Middle East, and a huge anticipated crowd.
That's what I keep hearing, yeah.
Yeah.
See? John
Crazy.
says they couldn't sell out that number. BDC says another thing. This right here says that they moved to the memorials because of security reasons and several bomb threats. But
that's the same.
We'll never know.
That's the same exact thing.
Yeah, we'll never know.
BDC is more correct. You will never know. But it's the same exact reasoning behind the blue cage, the blue steel cage. Why is it the blue steel cage? Is it because you wanted to fit those camera lenses inside those little spokes of the cage so you can see the action? Or is it because the big fat guys at King Kong Bundy could not climb the regular cage? Which is the truth? Can they both be true? Sure, they could both be true. Sure, but is one probably more true than the other?
I tend to believe the climbing theory a little more, because he wasn't getting them big feet in the cage in those regular in the regular squares for the cage.
So if you want another way to see this, it's like I would hate to talk about the White House here, but if you're trying to get facts on a news story, you can go to the White House, the press office, and how they do that, the reporters, and you have their spokesman on the stage, and you're asking them questions, and they give you an answer, and then they go to the reporter on CNN, and it's like, well, they didn't really answer me, or they gave me some bullshit answer, but here's what's really going on, and then you have the official answer, and you have something going on that's probably more closer to the truth. It's like same thing with this. It's like, hey, who isn't majorly involved here? Vince, Sergeant Slaughter, Hulk Hogan. Ask them directly. It's like, what are they going to tell you? What version are they going to tell you? They can tell the one that makes them look best. And it's like, yes, I've heard that story too. That also makes sense. But I hate to point to the dirt sheets once more. But the other viewpoint is, well, you want to know the real story? They're not really selling many tickets. Oh, yeah. What? But on TV, sure. He was going to get killed in snipers in Los Angeles.
That sounds better. That sounds better, right?
Believe what you want to believe.
We're going to go with that. We're going to go with that.
It's just believe what you want to believe. And you can say someone's full of dookie. But that's what it is. So you either believe it or you don't, and there's two somewhat logical reasons for both. Choose your destiny.
Choose your destiny.
Yes.
Well, guys, this is a hell of a show. This show still to this day matters to me. It had a little bit of everything. It kind of dragged out. It had so many damn matches. I felt that wasn't needed. But Platino, did it matter to you? WrestleMania 7. Strap, did it matter to you? WrestleMania 7.
Yeah.
BDC, did it matter to you? WrestleMania 7.
Sure.
It's unanimous.
What?
WrestleMania 7. It does matter. Definitely tune in if you want to see the 90s. You want to relive all this old good stuff. It was good and it dragged, but you see a little bit of everybody.
Skip the
all the hoo-ha. All the hoo-ha.
Sherry Martel had all the hoo-ha.
Oh, man. Sherry.
Well, this concludes the month of March. And since WrestleMania is late this year, we still got some more WrestleMania shows we want to talk about until we get to WrestleMania season.
God damn it! Oh, sorry.
Holy Mary Mother!
But you know what? This is what we're going to do. The first episode for the month of April. Last month we did John Cena's WrestleMania matches. How about for the month of April, the first episode of April, we talk about all of Randy Orton's WrestleMania matches.
Wow. A who's who of wrestling magic.
Yes.
Randall.
Keith.
Okay.
Yep.
Orton.
We're going to do Randy Orton's
RKO.
WrestleMania matches. How's that sound, BDC?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to you. All right.
Out
Well,
of nowhere.
Randy's birthday is in April, so why not?
So is mine.
You're the fool.
So is mine.
You're the fool.
There you go.
I gotta
All
be
right.
full, so.
Well, until then, I'm Notorious One. I am Dom. I'm here with BDC. I'm here with Stratfax. I'm here where Poppy Platino is WrestleMania season, and we got a lot more to go. And we will see you next week.
Because I hear voices in my head.
Boom.